So check this out. The people at Blank Media Games contacted me a few weeks ago asking if I would be interested in doing sort of an announcement slash reveal video for all the changes that are going to be coming in patch 1.5, which has been advertised on the homepage for the past few weeks. There's been a link to the forum thread, which kind of gave like a little preview as to what was coming. But now this video is explaining what exactly is coming, and it's really, really cool. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. I got just the email in front of me. I'm just gonna read it off. Cool. So the first thing, there are going to be some roles that are going to be balanced. The first of which is the mayor, which, holy crap, I cannot... As soon as I read this, I'm like, I cannot wait for this freaking patch. The mayor will no longer be able to whisper or be whispered to once they reveal. Thank... I don't want to curse. But no, seriously, like, this should help prevent mayors revealing day 1 or day 2 and taking control of the game immediately. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I've only been playing this game for 2 or 3 months, and I think this is a long time coming. I can't imagine all the people who've been playing this for, you know, a year or even longer than that. Yeah, but it's just, I said this in a previous video. It's just dumb, you know. Mayor reveals and everybody just whispers them their role, and then they vote up anyone who didn't give a role, and then you vote up people with duplicate roles, and it's brainless. And so now the mayor is going to have to be a little bit more tactical with when he reveals and if he ever reveals at all. So I think that's going to be really, really cool. The Blackmailer is getting a buff. Also, Blackmailer will now be able to read whispers. This, at first, when I first read this, I'm like, holy crap, what the hell? But I thought about it, and it even says here, this will help the Blackmailer to not be instantly killed when investigated. Yes. If an investigator investigates a spy, they show up as spy, or a Blackmailer, they show up as spy or Blackmailer, and then you can just ask them, hey, you know, can you pass this spy test? And if they're Blackmailer, they can't, so they're screwed, and like there's no way out of it. So you know, the Blackmailer has an out, so he's just not instantly lynched. But the other thing, which I am looking forward to even more, so everybody knows the mayor strat, right? Mayor reveals, everybody whispers their roles. Smart players realized that you can do the same thing with any other confirmed town role, whether it's, you know, a spy who passed a spy test, whether it's, you know, a veteran who left his name in his death note, somebody that was resurrected, so, you know, you all know he's a town member, and then people just whisper. And it's kind of like a mayor game without, you know, one guy having 3 votes, which, again, is brainless, and just the Mafia is essentially done at that point. So what this does is you aren't going to be able to confidently whisper roles to people until you confirm that there's no Blackmailer. And so I love this. I'm looking forward to this change greatly. You know, anything to make it more difficult for town. The vampire, moving on, is getting a buff also. When a vampire bites a Mafia role, that Mafia member will now die instead of being showed as immune. I'm assuming Godfather maintains his night immunity. I would hope that this is the case. I don't know how I feel about this. I haven't played too many vampire games, to be honest. I'm sure that not many people have. I don't know. I kind of like how the vampire sort of has to work with town to get Mafia hanged, but I guess it's fair because the vampire can only bite 7 people, really. 7, 8, maybe 9 people, because I mean they can't bite the neutral killing. They can't bite any of the Mafia members. Can't bite themselves, obviously. So yeah, I think, yeah, it'll be interesting. I think, you know, Vampire getting a buff is not the worst thing in the world, because Vampire is weak at this point, but we shall see. And then the medium, there's no details. Literally, it just says the medium is getting a large rework. More will come about this later. I don't know what they're going to do to the medium. I mean, I see large rework, and that kind of worries me because I personally don't think there's anything wrong with the medium. I don't think the medium needs a buff or a nerf or anything. Well, definitely not a nerf. Maybe something that will make it easier for the medium to confirm that they are medium, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, we shall see. So that's all the roles that are being balanced. Like I said, I can't wait for the mayor change. That's going to be... I can't wait for this patch just for that. Moving on, Investigator Results. So, there are some roles, sort of like I said with the Blackmailer, there are some roles that are just screwed when they get investigated. The first one that you think of is the arsonist, these people, he's either transporter or arsonist. And if nobody's been transported, then okay, you're done. you're screwed. So, just roles like that, Investigator Results getting reworked, I think is really is necessary. Same thing with Mayor or Godfather. Mayor reveal. I can't. Well, hang him. So yeah, that's gonna be really cool. There's no details. Like I don't know what exactly the Investigator Results are going to be, but that is coming. Leaver timeout improvements. So as it is now, if you leave a game early meaning before you die, you get a 5-minute cooldown, and it's just 5 minute. Whether it's your first time leaving early or your 500th time leaving early, you just get a 5-minute cooldown. They are going to change it, so the more times you leave early, the penalty grows. So if you just disconnect once, every once in a while, I think it's gonna stay the 5 minutes. But if you keep doing it and you're a repeat offender, then it's gonna be longer and longer and longer. So yeah, I think that's always a good thing. They are going to be adding a very noticeable quote set of rules that you can see in the game. One problem that has been plaguing town of Salem, at least since I've been playing, I don't know if this has always been a problem. People sharing information, people getting in a Skype call and saying, an investigator whispering to his escort buddy like, hey, this guy's the arsonist, keep role blocking him and stuff like that, and sharing info outside of the game. Absolutely against the rules, absolutely cheating. But the thing is, playing with friends, and hell, being in a Skype call isn't necessarily against the rule. I play with friends in, TeamSpeak all the time. That's fine. And so I guess people just don't know that it's against the rules to share info. And so now this pretty much removes that excuse. If you're breaking the rules, you're going to get banned. And you're not going to have an excuse. So that's good. Another change that is it's not really game changing, but I'm looking forward to, is player statistics and leaderboards. I'm a stat guy. I love looking at numbers, particularly my own. But one of the first things I thought when I first started playing Town of Salem was, wow, this has the potential to be a really, really cool stat game, keeping track of your most successful role, the most, the role that you've played the most, your win rate and stuff like that. And now that's coming, and it says here right down, players you've saved as a doctor, just everything like that. I think, not game changing, but I still think it's cool. I wonder if they've had a server keeping track of statistics and that it just hasn't been displayed in game, so you're going to get your lifetime stats, or if it's going to be implemented, when it's implemented, everybody starts at 0 and goes from there. Either one. Obviously I would prefer the former, but I mean, what can you do? Female skins are going to be added. This is one cosmetics, you know, not really. Yeah, the cosmetics are cool. I don't want to just dismiss it, but yeah, we have decided that we want to give away another female skin to all players. So the Betty Paris skin, I believe this was actually already implemented. Betty Paris skin. You don't have to purchase it anymore. It's free. If you did purchase the Betty Paris skin, then you get your coins refunded. Yeah, and it's boom, cool. Female skin, awesome. Lobby icons. This was already implemented as well. This was patch 1.4.4.1. Literally, that's what it was. It came with the Angels and Demons pack. We got the Angel and the Cerberus lobby icon, which is cool. But they're also going to be adding a Godfather, Jailer, Jester, Serial Killer, Spy, Vampire, and Witch, and Werewolf lobby icon. So there you go. Next up is the Randomized Cosmetics. So, you know, if you're playing with your friends, you know, and you have the Jailer skin in the Jailer house, and, you know, you're not hiding your skin. If you don't change your skin, your buddies are going to know who you are, and that's probably going to influence them in some way. They're going to avoid you maybe, or if your friend's an asshole, they're going to attack you and kill you. So, randomized cosmetics, so you don't have to go back out to the main lobby and, you know, manually change everything every single game. At least that's how I see it. That's my understanding of it. So that's only helpful, I think. And then the final thing, username changes. So how it's set up now is, you know, you have your account name, and then that's it. For example, I am Big Daddy Beats. That's my account name because Shadow Beats was taken, and then that's the name that you see in game. Now all players are going to have an account name and a display name. So my account name, I assume, is going to be Big Daddy Beats, but I'm going to be able to pick a different display name. And so if you have a display name and it's offensive in any way, you're not going to get instantly banned or suspended. You know, you're probably going to get a notification saying, hey, change your display name. So, you know, you're not, and yeah, so you get a second chance. So that is it. That is all the changes for 1.5. Like I said earlier, the big thing for me is the mayor change. I can't wait for all these damn mayors. They're actually gonna have to play the game. They're actually gonna have to think, oh, it's going to be glorious. And the stats as well. I don't know. There's no release date for patch 1.5. I don't know about that, but that is what is going to be coming. So, yeah, that's it. Talk about do what I say. Talk about the patch in the comments, your thoughts and everything. Maybe, I mean, of course, anything else that you want to see in future patches, I think that'd be really cool. I know some people were saying it'd be cool if the mayor just got like 3 votes, low key, just like without revealing, and it'll say, well, whatever. That's for another video. This is what is coming. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, be on the lookout for patch 1.5.